You have had it said that we get the leaders we deserve. I have a problem with this expression when used to push the argument that change is not possible, because it is. When the people feel that they deserve better, they will get better. Until then, we are stuck with what we have. And in Nairobi, we have a governor called Sonko. Sonko bashing has become the biggest political swag in town. I have had all sorts of insults hurled against him. Some of the most memorable: drug baron, thug, jailbird, buffoon, scoundrel, illiterate, juvenile, etc. The question is, if you get the leaders you deserve, how did a thug rise to power on your watch? Welcome. This is Matters Arising. The rise of Sonko in Kenyan politics has proved unstoppable. Like Trump, he has beaten all odds to rise to the position of Nairobi governor, and he is rising. While Sonko bashing has become the favorite pastime of the posh, well-educated, English-speaking corporate catwalkers, his rise exemplifies the problem with our Kenyan politics, and the problem is not the Sonkos of this world. The problem is a snobbish, self-righteous, politically aloof middle class that never stood for any public good, let alone public office, but are so keen to insult and demean Sonko. This group of the educated types expect change to be delivered to their living rooms by clever and polished politicians who is not them and who shouldn't be Sonko. Themselves, they will stand for no political office, will support no one who challenges the status quo, will not attend any public rally, will not participate in county, let alone national politics, but will loudly sneer at the rise of the Sonkos of this world, while at the same time asking for change. So you ask, what does Sonko stand for? If we get the leaders we deserve, the real question should actually be, what do you stand for? Seriously, I do not mean your opinions, your complaints, your descriptions of the leaders you don't want, and your rants on social media. What do you really stand for? Everyone has an opinion, but not everyone turns their opinion into influence by offering themselves, their expertise or resources to a political cause. If you stand for nothing, then I propose you stop your Sonko bashing and accept the verdict of those who stand for him, however unpalatable you find him to be. If you voted for Sonko, then you have nothing to complain about. It is probably those who did not vote for him who are shouting the loudest. But he proved rather decisively that he did not need your vote to win. After all, a good number of the middle class in Nairobi do not vote. They don't picture themselves waiting in long queues. These ones are deluded. They need to learn something from David Foster when he said, if you are bored and disgusted by politics and don't bother to vote, you are in effect voting for the entrenched establishment. By all means, stay home if you want, but don't bullshit yourself that you're not voting. In reality, there is no such thing as not voting. You either vote by voting, or you vote by staying at home and tacitly doubling the value of some diehard's vote. If you are a voter in Nairobi and you did not vote, you voted for Sonko. Then there are those who actually vote in their rural homes. You now have two choices. Either shut up and take whatever Sonko throws your way, or relocate to the village and go hold your governor accountable. While you are away in the village voting, Sonko became governor. He did so from the vote of those who are too poor to afford a ticket to go and vote in the village. They are the type of people who feel Sonko. You see, Sonko goes to places that you cannot go, to meet people you cannot mix with, and against whom you have spent a fortune to keep away from. As someone said, for a hungry man, a loaf of bread is God. The Sonkos of this world know this and offer practical solutions, however misguided you think those solutions are. The posh, educated types don't care, or rather only care that the hungry men be kept out of their neighborhoods. And that makes all the difference. I also glean some level of hypocrisy for those in the elite who criticize Sonko and the likes of him in the political class. Like Nicodemus, they will go to them by night to ask for favors as they loudly criticize them during the day. Sometimes it is clear to me that the aloofness of the elite of the political mess created by the election of the Sonkos of this world is not totally innocent. It is a self-preservation mechanism. It is a governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria who shed light on this matter when he said, "The poor people are voiceless by necessity. Those of us who are fortunate to be part of the elite and who choose not to speak for them are voiceless by choice. We want to hold on to the small comforts of our status. We want access to power and to be seen as friends of those in power and members of our inner circle. We have a morbid fear of being isolated, of not belonging to an exclusive club close to power." So, how many from the elite class have you had who have turned down an appointment from the so-called corrupt political class? The heart of the matter is that the problem in our politics is not the Sonkos of this world. It is the educated, vain, idle-talking, politically aloof middle class who stand for nothing and whose only contribution in the political space is to tweet, criticize, and insult the likes of Sonko. Some of them do not even vote, and if they do, they will vote in the village, and if they vote in the city, they will vote along the same ethnic lines proffered to them by the same politicians they call buffoons. When they do not get appointments and access to the same politicians, they will complain about everything and everyone, but will not offer themselves for public office or engage by offering their time, their expertise, or material support and money to those who have offered themselves to provide better solutions. As you complain and insult Sonko, he is in the trenches building a constituency and a campaign war chest that will make him unstoppable. Sonko bashing is not a substitute for your responsibility to get involved and engaged in politics. If you don't, you have abdicated your civic responsibility, and the rise of more Sonkos is inevitable. It is Plato who warned us, one of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. This Sonko bashing needs to stop. Had you made a stand and played your part, he wouldn't be governor today. For Matters Arising, I am Professor Michael Wine.